Yankees won again. Fantastic. 5-3. They won the first two games of the series, and they look to go for the sweep tomorrow against Detroit. They did hold Miguel Cabrera to 2,999 hits. He got 3 today. So he's going to try and get number 3,000 tomorrow. But moral of the day, Yankees won, which is fantastic. And they're doing small ball things. They're bunting. They're stealing bases, things that they're not known for, right? And that's fantastic. Who do we got here? E. Brunson, what's happening, man? Yeah, Sean's in the house. Matt Chambers, AB, what's up? Yeah, another clean, good Yankee win. You know, Luis Severino took the hill today, and he was solid, doing 5 innings. Let me pull up the stat sheet here. Well, let's go to the offense first here. And shallow right single from Victor Reyes to put up Detroit up 1-0 in the second. And Judge came back on an RBI double to tie it in the third. Rizzo with an RBI ground out to put him up 2-1, and Rizzo homered in the sixth to put the Yankees up 3-1. And then Harold Castro had a 2-run double in the sixth inning to tie the game at 3. And then my man Isaiah Kiner-Falefa single to right center to score Tim LeCastro. And then DJ reached on the fielder's choice to make it 5-3, which was where it finished in the 8th inning. Pitching wise, let's see. We'll just go over the Yankees. Luis Severino, 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts. Chad Green had a little bit of got hit around a little bit. Clean 1 inning pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs. Johnny Lozano came in and threw a clean inning. Clay Holmes came in and threw a clean inning with 2 strikeouts, and then Chapman just threw a clean 9th and shut them down. But for a good win. So Chapman looks better as well. And he looks better when the Yankees have more than a 1-run lead, too, or when the game's tied. So that's a good sign, too. Who else we got here? Marcus in the house. Jason, Billy, what's up, gang? Ryan, U.S. Navy, what's up? The Celtics, baby, yep. Daly's in the house. That's all right. Chapman generally doesn't really heat up his velocity daily on a consistent basis until like June. So I'm not really worried. His off speed's looking good right now. I'm not worried about his velocity. And but he had a clean inning, so I'll take that. He's got a 0 ERA so far. So I'll take that. And Kiner-Falefa, I mean, again, we've talked about this, and again, he's hitting now. He's 9 for his last 17. And he's getting on base. He's stealing bases. He's moving guys over. So he's becoming, after first week and a half of struggling, he's really turned it on. He's feeling more comfortable in the lineup, which is using Hicks at the leadoff spot again. So it looks like this seems to be working. So don't mess with it if it's working. Logan's in the house. Ruben, Jack C, baby. Mark Watson, what's happening? Yeah, fantastic defense by the guys across the board, and this is some, reason why they brought some of these guys in for their defense and brought some of these guys back because of their defense. And Severino, another solid outing. So 5 innings of solid pitching. So I'll take that. And John, yeah, Rizzo was a big re-sign. He keeps showing his value. Yeah. And IKF probably can, maybe he is streaky, but I'll take the ons because he looks really good when he's on right now. So, but all in all, Gary, it was a good win. Steve T's in the house too. Yeah, Miggy, Miggy's good, man. 343. He's got 1 hit for 3,000. My guess is he'll probably get it tomorrow. Yankees tend to be a milestone team as an adversary, so people tend to get big milestones against the Yankees. Tyler's in the house. What's happening, man? Renzo, baby, David Carter. Yeah, I mean, it's a good Yankees win. And yeah, baby, that's right. The Yankees Mafia manufacturing runs, and they're doing it, playing small ball, hustling around the base pass, utilizing some of their speedy guys like LeCastro now and IKF, moving guys over, hitting guys over. Remember, you can hit, and it's the same thing as drawing a walk to get on base. So, and that's what Kiner-Falefa is doing. So it's a good sign. I'm happy to see it. Michael's in the house. Tigers fan, it's hard to lie. Yeah, no, I totally get you. Tigers they're going to keep getting better, I must say. I mean, I think they're going to keep making some more moves and keep improving that team. So, I would think so too with the afternoon game. Yeah, Miggy will get it. I'm thinking Miggy will get it tomorrow too. Probably in his first at bat. I mean, my guess, just to get it out of the way. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, so there's no doubt about it. And one plug, you're right. The Yankees do have to win the series or sweep teams like this on a regular basis. At the very least, win 2 out of 3. So, which they've done now at the very least. So, which is a good thing. They're 7-5 now too, which is another good sign. So we got 1 win away from a sweep, and Miggy's 1 hit away from 3K. So Judge looks lost. I mean, he got an RBI double today, but then he goes right back to his looking lost self, unfortunately. So it's I got nothing. I got nothing for Judge. I mean, he might be razzled by a couple different things. So he's clearly distracted or bothered by some things too. So, but he's healthy. So we'll see what happens. Miggy's definitely going to the Hall first ballot, man. Yeah, and see, Billy, another good point. The Yankees didn't fall when Chad Green got hit around a little bit. They hung in there and they fought back. And this is something that other Yankees teams over the last couple of years have not shown. This team is showing that type of grit, which is a good thing. And you don't need all the superstars here. As much as I would have liked Correa or Brian Reynolds or Matt Olson, they're not here. So it's pointless to continue manufacturing outrage over guys that aren't even here. So it's pointless to do. So I'm not wasting my time. It's just they're not here. So. And nothing we can do about that. You know what I mean? That's just my take. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're finding ways to get over these. They're finding ways to fight and get right back and to minimize their struggle and their downtime. The lineup is slowly getting better bit by bit by bit. So obviously, there are some guys who look lost like Gallo and some other dudes, and Torres doesn't look that great either. Even at that bunt, he was jogging to first base. So. It's things like that they still need to work on, but the other guys are starting to look a heck of a lot better. I do think, Art, that the Tigers will probably be around 500 this year. I think they're a decent amount better than they were last year, especially with the moves that they brought in. Tie for first, yes, sir, Tyler. Devil's advocate, a broken bat out of the opposite field might have had a run. Might have played a run. Yeah, no doubt about it. Baseball's a game. I mean, look at it. I mean, you for your career, if you have a long career and you only get on or have success 30% of the time, you're a Hall of Famer. You fail 70% of the time and you're probably a Hall of Famer, which is nuts, but it's true. It's true. So, yeah, I mean, I do think Judge will pick it up a little bit as well, Jason. I mean, I hope sooner than later. So, but I proposed, Randall, I put out videos on Judge trade proposals. A lot of people think I'm nuts, but I think it should be entertained still. But Gallo's he's lost, man. He's lost. Hirsch is in the house. What's happening, man? Yeah, DJ. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, same thing here too, Sharif. I'm saying, it's pointless panicking after 10 games. Like, things are going to heat up. And it's just the way the Yankees are, for the most part, notoriously slow starters. So it's just part of their baseball DNA. It's been that way for a while. So I come to expect it. And again, I'm not going to really, trash the team or make some kind of outrage decision after, 10 games. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Fulmer actually looks a hell of a lot better than the bullpen than he does as a starter. No. I agree. I've been benching Torres too for the lack of hustle, Sean. 100%, man. Mm-hmm. John, yeah, Collins been looking. Now there's Judge. Judge looks terrible. Exception of a hit here and there, he looks awful. So it's just, it is what it is right now. And I'm confident Cole will be fine. I'm not really worried. Stanton, I think, he's kind of in a little bit of a funk here too. I think he'd be wise for him to kind of get out and, obviously it'd be good for him to catch a heater again too. He's probably the best offense when he's on a heater. It comes from Stanton. It's ridiculous. So he's a little bit streaky in that regard too. Pitching is better than I thought it would. Yeah, I would still add a starter one way or another for depth reasons to prevent or to help blunt any issue because of injury or whatnot. I would still add another starter. There's no doubt about it, Tyler. She's going through Billy. Yeah, I get you, man. The fat lady. I like that. Fans react to anything. It's human nature. You'll get overreactions. So everyone's into. Yeah, sure. One plug, absolutely. Yeah, I just been personally, the constant bashing of the Yankees just doesn't make, I don't get that one, but people are entitled to do that. So it is what it is. It doesn't, there are other places where people just claim that their views and perspectives are the only ones that exist and the only ones that matter, and that's complete baloney. everybody has different perspectives and different views, and that's totally fine. Totally fine. So those that assume that, if you don't agree with them, then you're wrong, that's baloney. Bull crap. There's nobody on YouTube that are only ones doing this or that. We all know what's going on. We're all talking about it. Nobody's, the Renaissance people here. Maybe they should say Gallows hanging outside. Maybe, Chris. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, well, T-Bird, I'm with you there too. The offense. I want to get to the point where they're winning these games like 7-3 or 8-3, where the offense gives these guys a little bit of cushion. So, yeah, 6-3, fine. 3 games, absolutely meaningless, Tyler. So, meaningless. I'm not worried. I know he's got to turn it around, right? Yeah, he's going to turn it around, yeah. Miggy will definitely be a first ballot, no doubt. Whitson. Oh, I remember that one, Hirsch. Oh, that's a bad comparison. Gallup, Ed Whitson. Oh, that's rough. Trade Judge for Murphy and Laureano. From the A's will never trade for him, Rand, only because they won't pay him. They had 2,700 fans in the stands today and like 3,500 yesterday. They're not going to pay their own guys. There's no way they're going to pay Judge. I would be. While I would love Murphy and Laureano, but Laureano is on a 60. He's popped for 60 games. I don't want Laureano here. Montez and Murphy, different story. But I don't think the A's would do that. I think Judge's best suitors are Padres, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Mariners, in my opinion. So, maybe my guess. Exactly, one plug is what it is, baby. This offense is. I agree too. I think it's on the verge of going on a tear. This offense is just frustratingly inconsistent, but they're slowly kind of putting it together. Marcel's in the house, baby. What's happening, man? How Gallo doesn't belong in New York. He'll go on a tear and not going to cover off the ball. Yes, it would be, Billy. And that's what happened. People just levy a lot of hate on anger onto certain players, and then all of a sudden they go on a tear. It's just the nature of the beast in New York, too. Stanton dealt with it when he first came here, and he's the best Yankee hitter in the postseason. It's not even close. Triple count, Miggy in Hall of Fame. Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Miggy's definitely going in. If I'm a GM of a team with money, I'm not really interested in trading for Judge right now. I would, if I'm a team that feels they're one player away and Judge is a difference maker, I'm making that move. Those teams have ridiculous amount of prospects who are blocked by young controllable players, and they have the resources to pay that guy. So that's why I mentioned those 4 particular teams. And again, the teams that feel that they're one player away will overpay for the guy. I don't think he's going to get 360 from anybody, to be honest with you. So, yeah, those 3 teams. I had the Mariners just because of their situation and their resources and their farm. And they're being aggressive right now and getting better. So, he's a West Coast kid, one way or another. So, Baltimore series could be a wake-up call, no doubt about it. Yeah, they need a little kick in the ass. So, Judge for Gore and a bad contract. I would take Gore and Trent Grisham, Randall, a young 25-year-old outfielder. He's not Aaron Judge, but he would be perfect for the Yankees. Personally, Gore and Grisham would be phenomenal for Judge. Even if I had to add a prospect to Judge, I don't see the point in taking a bad contract from San Diego because none of them are going to fit here. But that could be a trade right there, Randall. Do I think it'd be wise to trade Judge for Soto since Soto's a lot younger? It would be safer to lock him up long term because Judge turned down a really good offer and he's going to be 31. That's one reason I trade him. And the prospects you get from Judge in a trade, you could also boost that package to try to go to Washington and then try to get Soto. Soto's going to be really hard to get. Really, really hard to get. I can't see the Yankees getting him without Volpe or Dominguez or both of them in a trade for Soto. I can't. I would be shocked if they actually traded for Soto and did not give up both of them. I'm not worried, Hirsch, about a call. It's too early. Robert's in the house. Yeah, Gallo's just Strikeouts, home runs, walks. That's it. That's all he's got, man. Stanton's the scariest hitter we have when he's on a heater. Our best, I think, overall hitter is DJ. So I'm with you there, One Plug. What's alarming is the disintegration of Glaber. Yeah, Chop. I mean, I agree. I think that one reason they're playing some shortstop on occasion, even in late innings, is to try to get his trade value up, to show his versatility so that they can move him. That's when I think what they're doing. They haven't really said so. Unless they do something about Higgy's bat and Gallo and Torres, they have 3. For the most part, T-Bird, yeah, you're right, dude. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Frazier's not doing well. Luke Voigt's not doing well. A lot of players. Carlos Correa's not doing well. Marcus Semien. A lot of these dudes are sucking up their place. But the Yankees are looking better. Smalls, you're killing me's in the house. There he is. There he is, baby. They are looking better. And again, small progress is better than no progress. So, and I could see the Mets joining the trade talks for Judge. I mean, they could. I just don't know who we would get from the Mets that we would want. You know, if you're talking about Judge, Tyler, Snell bad contract could. Yeah, I mean Snell and Grisham I would take. I want somebody productive here, which would be Trent Grisham. So we gotta have somebody with an immediate impact. And Grisham, to me, will soften the blow of losing Judge's production. Actively shops Judge. I'm not sure right now, Chop. I mean, if he is, he's doing it quietly, obviously. That dude leaks absolutely nothing. So, and I don't know. I think he should be. But again, that's just my opinion. And I'm not the GM, so but it would be pointless to not shop. It would be pointless to wait for the deadline. I would do it now. So, but it would be very silly, man. He's a guy who can extract a haul back for the team to address multiple positions. How could you not entertain that? You know? Yeah, exactly. Dominic, he went from everybody hating the guy to everybody loving the guy now, kind of Falefa. So it's just the way that it is, you know? That's what happens. And I mean, the Yankee fans are just very loyal, informed, passionate, opinionated people, right? And when they love you, they really love you. When they hate you, they really hate you. One way or another, you're going to know. And that's the beauty of New York. There's not much phoniness here. You know what I mean? So you know right off the bat where people stand, which is something I appreciate, especially being from New York City. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Depends on prospects we get back. Yeah, personally, Hal, 9,000. I think it's got to be a combination of prospects and major league players for Judge. So, DJ, I mean, when Rizzo leaves, I could see DJ taking over at first base. Genuine. Great to see. Yes, it is, man. I'd be looking to move Glaber too. Chop, I'm with you there, bro. It was freezing. Even Chapman was complaining about it last night. It was freezing yesterday in Detroit. So, and both teams struggled yesterday. So, Cole stunk. The pitchers from Detroit stunk. It's sad. It is what it is. That's it. Yeah, IKF is in the 290s now. Yes, indeed. Tyler Wade's doing pretty good too. Yeah, I saw that. DJ, yeah, when DJ's healthy, man, he's on it, man. He's big time. I do think, yeah, when number 2 starter would really, really come in handy here. I'm with you, Mark Watson. 100%. Don't want to overuse the bullpen. We need another pitcher who can go reliable innings on a consistent basis. So I did see Shohei Ohtani had a perfect game through 6. He had 12 Ks. They broke up his perfect game, obviously. I don't know what the final stats are, but he was dealing tonight. He was dealing. Mets don't need. Yeah, no, they don't need Judge. DJ's a plus clubs like freshman hitter. Yes, he is. He runs him. Ohtani did not get the no. It was broken up in the 6th inning. 6th or the 7th inning, Gerald. Yankees navigate with a real change. Well, I don't disagree, Hirsch. I don't disagree with that at all. Torres like, yes, it would. And I think Girardi would have benched it too. I hate to see them give up Volpe. He could potentially be. Yeah, I mean, he could be. He could be one, but if you're talking about Juan Soto, I mean, he would come in, be the best Yankee player right off the bat. So, and the best player in the American League right off the bat, or sort of, top two in the American League. So, but if Opie stays, that would be awesome. Nestor. Yeah, I mean, I would still bring in another pitcher, even with Nestor and Jordan Montgomery, and I would still try to bring in another number two. One of the biggest problems the Yankees have most years is lack of dependable starting pitching. So it always bites them in the ass. Yep. When Stanton's hot, he's an unstoppable machine. Dude hits everything. Jesus D's in the house. They trade for Benintendi to play left field. They'll make a solid lineup. Benintendi's an intriguing one. I've heard, some good stuff about him, and obviously I've seen him play. He's a good player. Judge is not Jeter. No, people can't compare Judge. I don't know why people compare him to Jeter. I don't know why people compare him to Trout. It's just not even close. But he is the face of their team, and I get that a lot. But we'll see. Tyler Talbot put something out here for Judge. Did I miss it? It's okay. Tyler, did you put out a trade? You put out a trade here, bro? I just see a message for Judge. Tough love, exactly how. We want the best out of everyone, no doubt about it. I just personally like to give credit where it's due too. I'm not going to live in the land of hate. That's just not me. So I ride or die with my team no matter what. So Judge knows he has the most value in New York, and so does Hal. He's not going. We'll see, Todd. You might be right, man. You might be right. The Diamondbacks can trade for Judge. Yeah, I mean, it would cost them quite a bit, but they can do it, Tyler. Truesdale. Yeah, they can. You have to give up a lot, though. Exactly, Gerald. The longer we wait to trade Judge, the less we're getting back, and the more they risk him potentially getting hurt. Yeah, I mean, Ohtani was money tonight. He was money tonight. 12 strikeouts, 6 innings, and one just cheap hit. Angels love waiting. Yeah, I'm not blaming them. They have a lot of intangibles that the Yankees loved before they moved on from them. Austin Wells, a first base glove. Yeah, I think he projects to be a first baseman. I'm hearing Trey Sweeney might be projecting in that direction too. So the Yankees have a lot of infield depth, prospect position. So I like the possibilities of potentially moving guys over or around. So thoughts on it? Our defense is solid, man. Miggy scoring from first. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't happen. No. Our defense in our infield is better than our defense in our outfield right now. LeCastro made a ridiculous play, but our defense in the infield is when Donaldson's out there and kind of Falefa's out there and DJ's out there and Rizzo, that's a shutdown defense in my opinion. So, and obviously their catching defense is better too. So, but the outfield defense is a little bit behind the infield defense. No doubt about that. That's the way I feel about it, G-Man. But you're right. Miggy scoring from first. No, it should not happen. He is not fast. He's like Steve Balboni, but who can actually hit really well. Near fan base all about the chummies. You're right about that, Billy. Yep. It's true. You're absolutely right. Judge for Bellinger. Bellinger's not a need here. I mean, honestly. If I'm going to trade with the Dodgers, I want Gavin Lux and I want somebody like Bristol Gratterall or Tony Gonsolin or something like that instead of Bellinger. Tany's a beast, man. Yeah, Ohtani was all time today. Got hits too, multiple hits, and dude's a stud. He's an absolute stud. The Rizzo has definitely scooped up a lot of errant throws and stuff like that. You're absolutely right, Todd. 100%, man. 100%. I mean, I would keep him at first if he still can play well. I think the Yankees can bring him back too. And Bob's legal in New York. Bellinger won't go. Is weed decriminalized in New York? It might be decriminalized, but that's a good point too. The Yankees are going to be all over this young Japanese pitcher. Oh yeah, yeah, that 100 mile. Yeah, yeah. He looks really good. He's really he looks really good. Hicks is definitely increasing his trade value. Yeah, Scherzer's a beast, absolute beast. Rizzo's our MVP. Offensively, yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, kind of fluff is he started. I mean, look, Didi started slow. Tino started slow. Giambi, like a lot of guys that came here started slow. There's no different for kind of fluff, but he's starting to feel more comfortable, playing better. So I'm not really worried about him either. Can we get? Yeah, and they can, but I think he might still be hurt. Robert, I think he had an issue with I think his shoulder, which is a red flag. Where's she go see exactly hers? Yankees are, yes, when they have a Gold Glove first base like they do right now, yes, sir. Comerica's got, yeah. Hit that like, yeah. If you guys don't mind, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. I want to try and get over 100 likes before we wrap it up, and I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, Green is probably one of the least reliable of their relievers right now, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Thankfully, they have enough guys to offset it right now. Okay, about how it's not easy to look players up when they're young, like Franco, but it was hard to do that with Judge because of injury. Lock players up. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Exactly, Sharif. Exactly. He hasn't, unfortunately, put together 2 healthy consecutive seasons, and that works against him, unfortunately. The other thing that works against him is time. I said this the other day. What I mean by that is his service time, the clock didn't start until he was 25. These other guys, their clock generally starts at 2021. So by the time other guys are free agent, they're 26, 27. He's going to be 31. And that works against him, unfortunately, his age and this, and just the way that it's all panning out. And that's unfortunate because 27-year-old Judge would have gotten the deal signed already. 31, different story. Judge to the Giants for Patrick Bailey, Carson, Hunter Bishop, Mike Yastrzemski. Interesting, Tyler. I'd probably do that. It's a nice return. Nice return. Oh, John's putting out the trades here. Judge, Torres, and Andor to Florial to the Giants for Logan Webb. Oh, God. You can get Logan Webb in that trade back? Yeah, you go for that. You go for that, baby. E. Brunson, if you're talking about Chad Green overuse, I would agree with that. Yeah. He's more moving on his off-speed stuff, though. That slider from Diaz. Yeah. The players are punished for going to college. It's the drafting system is complete. It's crazy. It's absolute nuts. But yeah, I mean, I have seen it happen, Marcus. Yeah, guys will go to college and just flame out. Even when he was younger, not with Judge's propensity to get. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Do you see them making any trades soon or bringing up any one of the young players to help the team? Well, I could do 2 things. So the roster's going from 28 to 26 on May 1st. Okay. So there will be some kind of corresponding moves. I don't know what. And, I put out a video earlier, and so the speculation right now is that the Yankees are supposed to be vaccinated. 2 of the players that were unvaccinated have told them that they're vaccinated, but Boone didn't really answer the question. He said he's confident that they'll be okay. I don't know what that means. He didn't say, yeah, everybody's vaccinated now, and neither did Judge when they asked him. So could it mean, and I'm not speculating here, but I'm just curiosity, is he referring to the roster's fine, so the 40-man so close. So like if there are 2 major league players who aren't vaccinated can't make the trip to Toronto, then guys that are on the 40-man from AAA get called up. They're vaccinated, so they're good to go one way or another. You know what I mean? So I hope that these guys at the major league level are vaccinated, so this isn't a problem after next week, because they go up to Toronto May 2nd to 4th, so in less than 2 weeks. And again, I'm hoping that these guys are vaxxed. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem, because even if they say they are, you have to show proof of vaccination to get into Canada. You can't just say, I'm vaccinated. They're going to go, oh, okay, you're welcome to Canada. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. So I'm really curious to see what happens over the next couple of days. And I just find it interesting how beat writers say it, but the team's not confirming it. It worries me a little bit. Worries me a little bit. I definitely want to extend Montgomery. Severino still has an option for next year as well. Tyon, if he pitches well, I could see them tendering him a contract too. I'm pretty solid here, actually. Oswald Peraza, but he don't have a spot. If IKF is, yeah, well, that's, moving Torres makes it easier for them to bring up an Oswald Peraza. That's for sure. Rodon. Well, as of right now, yeah, Yankees might have missed an opportunity there. We'll see how long he lasts, Rodon. I mean, you might be right there, Chop. You might be right, bro. We play the Guardians next weekend. Otherwise, no, J-Ram is a beast. Yeah, Guardians, and then I think it might be back to Baltimore before they go to Toronto, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. Rodon did not want to come to the Yankees. I didn't know that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Miggy getting 3K tomorrow would be kind of awesome. Probably the guy who stops being overlooked. Jose Ramirez he's probably the most underrated, least talked about superstar in the game. It's ridiculous how good he is, and people just don't talk about him. Can't believe Canada's still playing doctors. Well, they're protecting millions of people there. This is still a problem. The pandemic is still here. It's not going away because people are sick of it. That's one of the problems. So, but I get what you're saying, man. There's just a lot of people. There's still a lot of people that protect that haven't gotten it and whatever. But again, I didn't make up the rule. They did. So, yeah, kind of fluff is on fire, man. Video game, exactly. Fritz is in the house, baby. What's up, Fritz? Cleveland, Baltimore, Kansas City, win. Toronto. Okay, so that's okay. Kansas City, that's the lineup. All right, Lorenzo. That's a pretty solid lineup. They should do pretty well in these next couple series. So I think Cleveland obviously gives them the most tough time. I might have to name the players who got vaxxed due to HIPAA law. I'm not sure if HIPAA law applies to that, but it won't matter. He doesn't have to name the players who got vaxxed or whatever, because if they don't make the trip, they don't make the trip, then you're pretty much going to know who's not vaxxed, right? Especially if they come back then for the next series. You're like, oh, you came down with an injury for 2 days? Oh, you did? It's going to come out one way or another. So if it is, and again, I hope it's not, but if it is, it's going to come out. Okay, because they cannot get into Canada without proving it. So, yeah. But yeah, my Fritz, dude, Rizzo and IKF are breaking. Yes, they are. DJ's, he's on fire. It's nice to see some of these guys, man. No. Cortez is money. I like him, Nestor. I like Nasty Nestor, baby. Or Immaculate Nestor, like Cameron maybe now calls him, which is kind of cool. Yankees. Well, if Gallo doesn't have much trade value, so I guess they will move on from him at the end of the season when he's a free agent. I hope he picks it up a little bit and does some things so that they can move him for something if they do want to do that, but and try to get somebody else to eat a portion of the contract. But we'll see. That Friday's game is on Amazon Prime. Of course it is. Yeah. Why would it not be, right? That's ridiculous. It will come out, Richard. It will come out. First, oh yeah, Stephen Kwan. Oh god, yeah, that kid's on fire. On fire. Hitting with runners in scoring position. Yeah, they have to get better at that. Fritz, no doubt. You say we're gonna be on picks? That's a good question. I don't know, Mike. Gallo sits tomorrow. Start. I would give Marwin some playing time instead of just sitting him so often. I would play him a little bit more often. Yeah, I'd rotate him in on a somewhat regular basis. Yeah, the catcher, I'm not really worrying about too much smalls. The catcher's there more to help the pitchers and to give good defense, and they've got that. So whatever offense they get out of them, they'll get out of them. Gallo's the one who's more representative of a big time hitter, and he ain't doing anything, unfortunately. So has there been any more speculation? I reported Rosenthal's tweet about it. Nope, no more speculation. This is the thing I was saying too, Billy. Like Rosenthal just said basically, well, the Yankees told them. Two Yankees told them that they're vaccinated. No names were mentioned. And then when they asked Boone, he didn't, he said, I'm confident we'll be okay. They're not answering the straight questions. So And I mean, it's just puzzling. It's puzzling. It really is. Cole's definitely having control issues. Yeah, I think it's frustrating the hell out of him. His arm is there. He's throwing 98, 99 on the regular. So he's got to get that corrected. Well, exactly, Brunson. Exactly. People's choice is people's choice, but it does come with consequences and limitations. And in fact, I mean, that's the situation. So what's one way or another? Yeah. Let's go Yankees, baby. Cuba's in the house. What's up? Maven talks about streaks when Roku is a vegan. Exactly. I'd rather talk about steaks too. Yeah, I think Trevino plays tomorrow too. Trevino filled that void at Odor. Yeah, Mike, that's a good point. Update on Ben Rortvedt, but he's on his rehab now, so he'll be. The MRI showed no more strain there, so he's just rebuilding his fitness and getting his reps in, and he should be up in short time. Don't be surprised if they move Higashioka and just do Trevino and Rortvedt. Don't be surprised. He's been solid behind the plate for years. Yeah, Brunson, exactly. Sasaki looks ridiculous from that Japanese player. Throwing 100 plus. I mean, and just perfect, like 19 straight no-hitter perfect innings. It was ridiculous. He's hitting at the wrong time, no doubt. But again, they play good defense and keep them in the games, we'll be okay. But our actual offense needs to actually perform, So let's see if we can get to 100 likes. We're at 65. We're getting there slowly. Those were 2 steals on the year. Yeah, man. Rizzo stealing, I saw Hicks stealing a couple bags too. It's good to see. It's good to see. Yeah, IKF is 9 for his last 17, which is great. Which is fantastic, man. Fantastic. Bill Maher made an interesting point. So makes about the difference between someone not getting vaccinated because they fear being tracked and pro athletes who are conscious of what they consume. So yeah, there's nothing that suggests they're going to fail a PED test because it's not performance enhancing or human growth hormone substance in the vaccine. And the fact is 95% of the players are vaccinated. So I don't see that being a really issue. And there's not one shred of evidence anywhere that shows that people are getting tracked. So that's propaganda that people are just digesting. That's what I'm talking about. Being tracked. I mean, come on. There's so many other ways that people get tracked. So that's like ridiculous. I hope we can sweep tomorrow too. Excuse me. Backstage is in the house. Enjoy that vacation, dude. When you get back, we'll talk about the pod, man. Enjoy that vacay, dude, and go Yankees, man. Gal doesn't get banging. He'll be a first DFA. Yeah, I won't be surprised, Chop. I would not be surprised, man. Braves just acquired Jesse Chavez. Oh, not bad. All right, that's pretty cool. It's not a bad move by the Braves. Not a bad move by the Braves. Yeah, I got the broom on ice right now, so I'm hoping to be able to do some sweeping tomorrow. Seiya's been pretty good, yeah. Sasaki or something like that, James. He looks pretty sharp. He looks like a stud. And he's young too. I think he might be 20. Manny Rondon's in the house. A very small market for Higgy right now. Marcel, thank you so much for the donut, man. If Gallo continues to struggle offensively, do you think Miguel Andujar could provide more thumb from left field if given the opportunity? Yeah, him, Marwin, Estevan Florial, any one of those would be, probably a better fit than Gallo. So yes, Marcel, absolutely, and thank you again for the generous donut, man. I appreciate you. If you have a smartphone, exactly. People are being tracked in so many ways. Not getting tracked with a vaccination. It's just there's too much of that paranoia and propaganda going around. It's too much. It's ridiculous. Like what? Yeah. That's a decent trade between the Cubs and the Braves. Cubs and that's pretty solid. Judge to the M's for Kyle Lewis Logan. Yeah, sign me up for that one, Tyler. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the thing. Andujar seems to be just. He needs to change his scenery so he can get more playing time at the major or minor league level, Gerald. So I'm with you there. Yeah, it's 20, and he's ridiculous. Coma for 16 days with COVID and pneumonia for. I'm sorry to hear that, Marcus, but I'm glad you're better. I hope you're fully recovered. Could you blame me? I hate needles, but I could not wait to get vaxxed either. Tyler, yes, please to that trade. I'm right with E. Brunson. Him and I saying yes, please to that trade. Oh, the boogie down's in the house. Randy, he is the boogie. When the boogie down, once the boogie down gets up in here, then we know we're popping. So that's good, man. Welcome, Randy. What do I think they'll do with Torres, and how do you feel about the Yankees claiming Blake Valera? Low risk depth move, Valera, Gleyber Torres. I mean, I think they're gonna try to increase his trade value to move him for a prospect or maybe a pitcher or something like that, or as part of a bigger trade for a frontline starter or something like that. But I think he is part of the logjam problem in the infield. Jabronis who check into social media sites or restaurants willingly allow them to. Yeah, it's just so many different ways. So many different ways. So it's just, yeah, everything you do, everything you do. Yeah. Marcus in the house, man. Big boy Hicks, DJ Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, Donaldson, against Marwin, IKF, Trevino. That's a nice lineup, big boy. A nice lineup. Not feeling this Yankee team. Why not, Randy? Why not? I mean, they're definitely not firing on all cylinders yet, but um, I think they're gonna be pretty good actually. Got an over under when the Cabbies release. I'm gonna say the under on July. Chop. The under on July. So earlier than July. Because yeah, I just think it makes too much sense to Glare. I mean, I think he's the lockjam problem. I'm seeing a stagnant offense. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, Randy. The offense has not started clicking yet. They will eventually, but they haven't started clicking yet. So there's a lot of other teams who offense haven't clicking yet. Like Mookie Betts, he's hitting like 170. It's from the Dodgers, and it's just the problem is one of the problems is they keep changing the lineup so often. I think now with Hicks leading off and kind of developing a little bit more consistency, I think they'll start playing better. The fact is they're winning still, so they're 7-5. So I'll take that. Last year's team would have probably been at this point 4-8. So they are better than last year's team. So I will give them credit for that. So why did it take Donaldson 5 seconds? Finally, I know I saw that too, Todd. I wanted to strangle the dude. I'm like, dude, you could have. I don't remember if he could have been on second, but he probably, if second was open, actually, and it would have been open too, he could have been on second instead of first with that one. So I'm with you 100% on that. 100%. Mass sucks to lift, and yeah, they also suck to train martial arts. And when you're breathing heavy, they also suck to do a lot of things. But I'll take that minor inconvenience, to protect myself and people. It's really not that big a deal. So yeah, Frazier's quiet on the Twitter. Yes, he is. Oh, no doubt about it, man. And they're in Ciarte too is another one. Exactly, big boy. God damn me, I'm glad you brought him back up. And they're in Ciarte, Estevan Florial. Like any of those guys, I think at this point will be a better option than Gallo. So unfortunately, he's also like the Yankees are paying. I don't know what the Yankees are paying him this year, but they're playing I think $10 million too. So yeah, the lineup changes are frustrating, Randy. I don't disagree with that at all. And they will have to make a move to get NCRT on the 40 man. Yes. Yeah, it looks like Hicks is solidifying at leadoff spot too. Yeah, home runs are down. Yeah, I mean that's true too, Marcus. Offense is down quite a bit around the leagues, and LeMahieu's definitely the best hitter on the team. Kind of awarding my faith too. I believed in the guy too, Joseph. It's too early to be, predicting people being so bad and blah blah blah. I know so many people don't want to hear it, but and I get it. But thankfully he's doing what he was traded here to do. So which is great. Which is great. Yeah, and I like to see DJ more emotional this year too. He's more fired up and plays and getting hits, and that's nice to see. Actually, it's really really nice to see, Christopher. Yeah, Ramirez frightens me. I'm not looking forward to seeing him, but if we do, I just hope it's with the bases empty. So because he's torture, man. He's torture. Judge Tyler Talbot, judge to the Padres for Trent Grisham, Gore, Camposano. I'll sign me up in a minute. You might have to add a little prospect of some sort to Judge, but in a minute, Tyler. I do that trade yesterday. Yep. Yeah, I mean the stats are just ugly on Gallo, Joseph. Fair. Ugly. Ugh. Ugly, man. Yeah, Tyler he always puts up money trades. Tyler, I mean, he's the trade guru, man. I love when he puts them up. Sure, Gallo will start tomorrow anyways. I guess he might be back in tomorrow. I would not hesitate to put out, Marwin out there. I think playing Marwin somewhat regularly would be a better idea at this point. Gallo and Judge walk after this year. If Gallo and Judge way two predictions for one outfield we get or start. If they walk, I would see them probably, trying to make a trade for somebody like a Trent Grisham or giving like an Everson Pereira, one of the younger kids, if they're progressing, an opportunity. Dominguez, I don't think is ready yet. Maybe trying to trade for like Andrew Benintendi or something like that too would be a good, keep that less reliant on the home run kind of mentality over here in contact hitting and speed and athleticism. So, Wink, you're not wrong about that either. Clint Frazier does get his options like through the roof, man. Gallo needs Lou Piniella to talk. Oh God, yeah. Piniella be the guy, man. 40 bombs, still has 150. I hear you, Fritz. Oh, my man Maz is in the house. Now we are. Now we're full, man. We're full capacity, baby. Low key getting annoyed with Judge. I feel like the contact offer. I think it has him distracted too, Brian. I mean, honestly. Once they leaked how much he wanted, something crazy. I think he feels that, and he has heard some boos. Maybe he feels that some fans are turning on him now, that they think he's greedy or whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he got some bad advice. Somebody's probably going to wind up overpaying him, which is why I think the Yankees should trade him at this point now that he's turned down that money. Get some value back for him instead of letting him walk and getting nothing. So just get something back for the guy. Holmes is fantastic, man. It's fantastic. I mean, Holmes is fantastic. That was an awful bunt and then an awful run, too. These guys forget how to bunt at the major league level. It's so crazy. They forget how to hit the opposite way against the shift. It's freaking nuts. Absolutely nuts. So, yeah, Randy, sign that line. Well, now that he said no, he said he's not going to negotiate again until the end of the season. So, which means the Yankees either have to trade him or, up their offer and most likely get outbid anyway, and let him walk for nothing, or just ridiculously overpay for a bunch of decline years. The best option now, in my opinion, is trading him. No other option is more appealing. No. Oh, I know, James. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I knew I was confident he was going to turn it around, man. I was very confident. He's just a solid player overall. Just being patient, letting some of these guys adapt to the new environment, And you're a brown belt candidate in Kempa. Oh, cool. After up your back, I'm sorry to hear it. Surgery on February 22nd and developed blood clots in the pulmonary. Jeez. Put in intensive care. Goodness gracious, Todd. I'm hoping you're on a road to a fast recovery. Kempo's a pretty cool. I have a little bit of Kempo training behind me, but that's not my primary arts. Mine are Hapkido, which is Korean, and Tang Sudo and Jiu-Jitsu. Those are my main arts. Right mentor change. Yeah, I think somebody taking Gallo under his wing might be a good idea. Yeah. Cohen. Pereira, I think him and Esteban Florio probably the best outfield options right now. Should the Yankees want one from the farm, that's my guess. Yeah, Rizzo's been great for this team, absolutely fantastic. So this one's gonna hurt. Let's see it, Tyler. Come on, give it to me. If he leaves for Queens, I'll record myself burning his jersey. Randy. He leaves for Queens. He doesn't. I don't even know if he fits over there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cohen's going to give him 300 plus. Let the man walk. I would just like to think that the Yankees would be smart enough to move him before that happens and get something back in return, some controllable players, a couple of them. Watch exactly, big boy. This is the lack of hustle that frustrates the hell out of me about Gleyber Torres. All right, 85 likes, getting approaching 100. Approaching 100. Please hit it if you haven't done so yet. Yeah, it was a fantastic win, Mazza. Clean win. We need wins like this on a regular basis. Just, workman-like wins. And when a starter goes at least 5 or 6, something like that, and we get some support, I do think the lineup will eventually start clicking way more than right now. Stopped using sixes? I'm not sure, but he was actually pretty solid in the second half of the season last year, second hand. He had some of his bigger games in the second half after that sticky stuff. And again, people got to remember, all the pitchers were using the sticky stuff, not only Cole, DeGrom. A lot of these other pitchers are using it too. It's not only Cole. It isn't. So, and he was still runner-up in the Cy Young Award, even after it. So, Kemp Jiu-Jitsu is my main one. Nice, Christopher. Some fellow martial artists in here. I love it. Balling with ACs in the house. I know. Cortez is on it, man. He's money right now. He is absolute money. Oh, here we go. Tyler Talbot's trade. Judge to the Mets. Oh, boy, to the Mets. For Jeff McNeil, Tyler Miguel, David Peterson, Khalil Lee, Matt Allen. Oh, if you... Matt Allen. I would actually probably do that, Tyler. That's a good return. I would do something like that. It would suck to do with the Mets. Like you're right, it would hurt, but that's the type of return I would want. It's a nice return, dude. Well done, bro. Well done. Yeah, please, Todd. I mean, make sure you please focus on recovery and get well, bro. San Francisco's Tampa Bay ring. Yeah, well, yeah. The reason for not trading Judge is that trading him is basically, well, the other thing, James, is he's been here for 6 years and hasn't taken us to the World Series. So, personally, I think if you get the right return early in the season, it won't make that much of a difference. That's just my opinion, though, James. So I get what you're saying, but he hasn't been a major difference maker. And he's not, Stanton's the bigger performer in the playoffs as well. So I like Judge, but I like the Yankees more. So I would still sacrifice a chance for a World Series this year for several opportunities in the next coming years. But it would be a short-term hit, James. So you're not wrong at all. No. You make a good point there. 500 June, July. Yeah, I'd be worried too, Randy. I think they'll be above it, though. Small ball wins are always better than a 2. So you got that right, big boy. Amen to that. Yeah, Judge to the Mets would probably be the least likely, but wherever he can get the best return for the team is, I think, where he would trade him if it happens. So Cohen may not want to embarrass the Yankees. I think this dude wants to take over New York, man. Why would he not? I mean, why would he? James, Marcus, and Dominic. Doctors gave me 50% chance to live. I was terrified. I'd never see my kids again. And thankfully I made it. Welcome back, man, Todd. I mean, really welcome back. It's great to hear that you're going back to work tomorrow. And please go easy. Still take care of yourself, man. I'm really glad that you're on here spending time with us. And hopefully some of this is therapeutic for you, Todd. So it's great to see that you're on the mend. It really is, man. So that makes me happy to hear, man. So thank you for sharing that with us too. I appreciate that. Yeah, John, I hear you, man. John, no doubt about it, man. Yeah. Jerseys and yeah. Yep. Excuse me. Jerseys changing too much. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I've seen Carlos Rodon and Brandon Bell took the quality offer. And it's 400. Yeah. Rodon got a less than I thought he would get. And it was a smart deal by the Giants. Smart. Adding him to Webb and the rest of these other guys, that's a good addition to that rotation. Mark my 4-year for Juan Soto will be a Yankee in 2 years and Judge will be a Giant. I would be fine with that, Randy. I would. Yes, they are. DJ and Rizzo making gold glove plays. Yep. Oh, 93 likes. We're almost at 100, baby. What do I think of the channel's logo that I drew for you? Oh, I'm going to get back to you on that, too. I have to sorry, we've had some issues here with our architect and our addition to our house, so haven't taken much I did look at him as I do have some feedback for you, which I'll give you. I'll put it in the messages for you. But I appreciate you doing that as well. I'm gonna work on some Butters logo for this, the 161 Mafia. So Lung is here, baby. What's good, man? Chad Green, he always has some of those stressful games, man. I'm starting to think Judge will be a Cano 2.0. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Judge will get popped for juicing like Cano did like 2 or 3 times, but I think his contract's going to look mad onerous, and I think someone else is going to overpay dramatically for him. The only difference is I would trade Judge now. Like the Yankees didn't trade Cano, and they offered him a good contract too, but he turned it down. And obviously he got $70 more million from the Mariners, so I don't blame him. But I have that same fear too, which is why I would be moving Judge. Rob, I used to be in a jiu-jitsu class, but I had to stop after breaking both my ankles. Jeez Louise. I hope you're recovering from that too, Robert. That's tough, man. That really is tough. Marinaccio and Licky warming up too. Yeah, I'm glad they used less pitchers today, which is nice. Severino went for us tonight, Mazzy, threw 5. Then we had Chad Green and some of the other guys. We had Severino close it out. Who else do we have? Clay Holmes, and Johnny Lasagna. So, all in all, clean, solid win for the Yankees, Mazza. That's my fear too, Ball, and I hope the bullpen doesn't get overused, which is why I keep saying bring in another starter. One of the main reasons. When anyone be willing to trade for Judge, knowing he's going to be, oh yeah, if a team thinks that they're a one player away and he's the type of guy that can get him to the World Series, yes, they would do that, especially if they have a boatload of prospects and money. Absolutely. This happens somewhat regularly. Todd NY2, thank you so much for the Donovan. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You're spending your time here and you're being generous and like you're on the road to recovery, man. Gonna have to make you a piece of cool merch for you, man, once I get the merch out. It's kind of a welcome back for you, but I appreciate you on here. Your time and your generosity, man. It's very much appreciated, man. Thank you. Michael King coming in tomorrow. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well, better and well, yeah. Don't burn out this bullpen. Damn right, man. Use these guys like King and like Clark Schmidt. He's shown he's reliable now. Like guys like that. Let him throw some. Um, let him throw some of these young relievers in here, man. Trade Judge to LA for Bellinger, Lux, and May. I do that in a heartbeat, Mazza. In a New York minute. Damn right, I would. Oh, damn right. 99 likes, baby. We're almost at 100. That's awesome. We have to meet up at the stadium, my guy. I'll be up there. I'll be up there, Randy. I will definitely be up there. No doubt about it. 100 likes. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. You guys and gals are the best. I'll wrap it up shortly as well, but thank you as always. Judge to the Dodgers for Gavin Lux, Bristol, Gratterall, Gonsolin. I mean, I would, if you can get all that for Judge, yeah, Tyler, yeah. I'm guessing you'd have to add to Judge with a prospect or so, but yeah, hell yes, sign me up for that, baby. Taz is in the house, aka Pedro. What's good, man? It's a great game, yes. Small ball, bunting, stealing base hits, yes. A more, just small, fundamentally strong team today, which is something we need to see more often. It's my pleasure, man, and thank you. I appreciate that, man. Padres are give hard just not getting Abrams for. I don't see Gore or Abrams. And honestly, like if you can get Campusano and Trent Grisham, I'm all about it. Or Trent Grisham and a different prospect, another pitching prospect not named Gore, or another position prospect not named Abrams. Get me Grisham and a top 5 prospect. I'm happy. I'm really happy. But I think the Padres would be a really good trade partner for a Judge. They can be aggressive with all the moves that they've made. They want to like him over the top. They really do. Now they've got like, what the hell's his name? Sean Manaea too. Like getting Judge's bat in that lineup would be crazy, especially with Tatis out. Judge and Dominguez for Trout. Oh, wow, Junior. I wonder if the Angels would do that. That's an interesting one, Junior. Movimiento de FE. Welcome here. Aaron lost the love and respect for the fans. I think he knows it. He isn't happy on the field. It shows you here. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Mazzy, go get back to work, buddy. Thanks for spending some time with us, man. Yeah, I would move. I mean, if you can move Gallo, if he's got value, I would move him too. You do the same. Have an outstanding night. Have a safe night, bro. Yeah, they better not sit DJ or Rizzo in place of Gallo. I'd be pretty ticked too. I would sit Gallo again and play Marwin Gonzalez. Same to you, Robert. And you're awesome too, man. We appreciate you. Dietrich really on. I don't know if he's on the 40-man just yet. They signed him to a minor league deal, so I don't know if he's on the 40-man, Randy. I have to check, but I don't think he is. Because they would have had to make a corresponding move to get him on the 40-man, and I haven't heard them making one. So I don't think he is. To get rid of Gallo, eat some money and sign Conforto. That would be intriguing, Mark. Intriguing. Grisham, Ryan Weathers, Robert Hassel for Judge and the Rollers. Ooh, ballin'. I like that too. I would do that. I actually like Cameron Maybin. He gives a different perspective. Again, he's only been commentating for like a week, but I actually kind of like him. But I have heard that people don't like him. So, Michael Lowe's in the house. What's good, man? All is well here. Hope you're doing well. Yes, he's definitely learning on the job. I mean, he's no John Sterling, but Sterling's been here for like 95 years. So, no surprise. Texas was paying most of Gallo's money. They paid all of Odor's most of Gallo. So the Yankees have some. I don't know how much they're paying this year. I know they had all of it last year, but that was last year to help get them under the threshold. Oh, Dietrich is another one. Yeah, I didn't think he was. Judge for Jared Kelly and Kyle Lewis and pitching prospects. Yeah, I would do that too, Sean. Excuse me. What happened to Volpe? Something about playing dirty. You mean Voit? Jason, you're talking about Luke Voit? He slid into I don't know who it was, and he basically took somebody out. But he's also 6'4", 260 pounds. So guys like that big are not going to slide softly. And then one of the players offered to fight Luke Voigt or something like that. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No. Sterling announced Moses finally taking him. Did he really? Well, he's been around that long, yeah. That's a good one. Todd, you're part of this great group, man. I appreciate that. Glad we're therapeutic, man. Perfect fits like Rizzo and Dees. Yeah, great veteran fits here, really. I would have loved Harper here, to be honest with you. But, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get him. I don't think Voigt did it intentionally either. It's just like, it's like trying to stop a train. And, like, the brakes just don't go, eh. You know how the trains go, eh. It's kind of like that. Voigt's so big that it's hard to stop him moving. It's like Shaq. It's really hard to stop the guy. If he's falling forward, it's impossible almost. Because he's just too damn big. Tyler Talbot, thank you so much for that. Donum, I appreciate that, man. Swisher in the booth would be awesome. What Tyler Talbot says, Soto to the Yankees for Volpe, Medina, Jason Dominguez, Wisniewski, Wells, Cabrera, Garcia. That's 8 players. I think it would be plenty. I do think it's probably going to cost a package like that, Tyler. But again, if you can get Juan Soto here, and they still have Roderick Arias, they still have Sweeney, they've got Oswald Peraza, Oswaldo Cabrera. They have other guys. Even though I love Volpe, I would give up Volpe for Juan Soto. Gallo for Snell would be intriguing, Ballin. Again, Tyler, thank you so much for that, man. That's a monster trade, but again, Juan Soto's Juan Soto, bro. So I'm with that. That's a hell of a trade. You might be able to get away with a little bit less, but particularly since they're giving up Volpe and Dominguez, but Soto, man. Yeah, this is emptying a lot of the farm right here too. Take more than that to get Snell. Gallo and a prospect for Snell, probably. What do I think the future holds for Torres? I'm not sure he's going to make it through the year, Sean, honestly. Yeah. Tommy Pham, that's the guy. For the numbers, yeah. Tommy Pham, that's the guy who threatened Voigt. Soto to Yanks for Davey, Herman, and if we can get him for that little, James, oh my God. Cashman would deliver these guys to personally tonight and not sleep. Yeah, healthy Snell. I'll take him. Did you say Houston would like to challenge the play at the plate? I did not hear that, big boy. I did not. I missed that. You think they'll trade Judge in July? I'm not sure. I think they should trade him now, Christopher. I don't wait until the deadline, to be honest with you. No. I just don't think it's a good idea to wait that long. And they'll get less for him. All right. I didn't hear that, big boy. Now I want to come back and kind of see and go watch it again, see if I hear it. Yeah, I just move Torres, whatever you can get. Clear up that spot. Clear up that lock jam. Oh. Cashman can get Mickey. Padres need a bat and putting Gallo impact on the Yankees, get a much needed start rate. Yeah, Ballin. I don't disagree at all. And the Yankees beat out the Padres last year for Gallo. Gallo, my guess is he'd probably go there and he'd probably shine. Just be a better fit over there. Much more low key environment. Yankees media is absolutely relentless. When you think we start time panicking about Cole? Not anytime soon, Sean. His arm is there. He's throwing 98, 99. I'm not really worried about him, personally. Torres to Marlins for pitching, yes. Great idea. I'm hearing Wisniewski's doing pretty well. Waldichuk's doing pretty well. A lot of the guys are doing pretty well. Hader would be crazy good. Torres for Benintendi. If the Royals would do that, I'd be all over that. Like Trey Turner in the World Series. Yeah. I think I can see Wisniewski and maybe even Waldichuk up at some point this year. I can. Bogarts. Yeah, I mean, Bogarts is another one who's a possibility as well. No. I think he has an opt-out after this year, if I'm not mistaken. And him and Devers have already turned down extension offers from Boston this offseason, last couple weeks, actually. Padres still have Weathers and Nick Martinez plus Kevin Durant, whatever. Yeah, they have plenty. Plenty. With Merrifield, yeah, that's right, Christopher. That's a good point, too. No doubt, Dominic. I wouldn't trade Judge in July. What happens if we're leading the division by 2 games out? Best get it out. That's why I would do it out. And I would do it now and put the Yankees in a position to take advantage of the return for a longer period of time this year and set themselves up for the next batch of years. Instead of waiting, making a trade that much more stressful, I would avoid that situation and move him now because he's already turned down the money. So I don't wait. I personally don't wait. Yeah, Merrifield's he's a star player. I like Merrifield. Toss Brittany's hanging out. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't see him back. He wants to come back, but I don't see him back. I want to see those Bugs Bunny change. I hear that, man. Luis Hill, Peraza, Wisniewski, Cabrera, Wayne, Hunter Green. That kid's filthy. Now, I would still reserve the judgment. He's filthy right now. I mean, I would if Hunter Green was like showed another year or two of this type of production, then I would give up a package like that. But the way he looks right now, obviously he's very, very good looking pitcher, big boy. He's got a huge arm. So, and you probably have to give it that much for him anyway. So, but if you can get him for that, I'm in. Eric Hosmer, yeah. Hosmer is just, not for us, man. Cashman was telling the truth about him. Yeah, he wouldn't have said it. Yeah, I do, JJ. It would have been refuted, it was not if it wasn't true. And he wanted the people to know that they put out a serious offer, which they did. So, and it's for then Judge's camp leaked their ask too. So it's out in the open, both sides. So it's better that we know that than not. Leave on this note. Trade Judge now. Save money. Get a package. Say, I'm here. I'm with you, Randy. I'm with you, brother. Judge and the prize was nothing more than Josh Smith for his eye green once. Oh, yeah. Sign me up, big boy. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to restructure Cole, Randy. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think Cole will be fine, though. Judge signing with the Giants. Yeah, I mean, just trade him right now and get whatever you can for the guy. Really. Well, James, I don't deny that. I mean, it's more Hal was cheap. Hal put the strings on Cash, and he admitted that in the same interview when he admitted the offer or leaked the offer for Judge. He said that Hal had him on restrictions, and he couldn't bring in the big names. So, is what it is now. The trade did make them better. So, and if they win without these guys, then who am I to complain? Right, give me the interesting one, Tyler. I'm going to wrap it up after you give me that trade there, but I want to hear it. Tyler Talbot's one of our blockbuster trade gurus on this channel. I can see Judge going the first go too. Mm-hmm. And 8 years for Judge at 31. Yes, no, thank you, JJ. Not here, man. I thought 7 years and and 213.5 was very, very fair. Very, very fair. But yeah, I mean, IKF has turned it around. Complete turnaround, Robert. 100%. And Talbot's always on fire when he comes on here. He always brings the fire. I mean, he's a beast. Man, they have a great night, man. You do the same, bro. And hope to see you on Saturday. With the team shock, it would be phenomenal. It would be phenomenal. But yeah, I would still add in the offseason if they won the World Series, big boy. Yeah, and especially they have a ton of money coming off the books this offseason. So yeah, I'm 50-50 on signing Judge. Yeah, I totally get it. I'm on the side of trading him to avoid that issue. Let someone else deal with that issue. I'm mad at the Yanks. How come? James, how come? DJ at 5, especially around the middle of the game. Yeah, man, he's a guy that can hit at any spot in the lineup in any position, which I really, really appreciate. Stanton contract, Miami subsidizing is a great. Oh God, yeah, Miami taking paying up some of that every single year. Heck yeah, it's a stroke of genius by Jeter. Yep, Jeter and Cashman. Chapman and Britton are 30 off the books. Yeah, and then you've got Gallo off the books. You've got a bunch. You've got some other guys off the books too. So they've got about like almost 50 million coming off the books this offseason. It's right around there, between 50 and 60. So it's a good amount of money. I think if they trade Judge now, Charles, they will get a massive haul. I think the Yankees will shift Loizaga to the closer, look at someone else to be a closer because at some point, I think he's taken. I think it's happening this year already. Like they're transitioning from Chapman to Johnny Lasagna, and he's kind of taking over the reins. So I see him being a full-time closer next year. Yeah, no doubt about it. Closer and waiting. No doubt about it. Let's see. Where's Talbot's trade here? Stanton's the only player I'm comfortable with in this. When he slumps, he's going to be. Yeah, exactly. Big boy. I feel the same way. Same exact way. Angel, welcome. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you're here. Greetings from Guatemala. All right. Welcome, Guatemala. Welcome, Angel, and welcome, Guatemala. I appreciate that, man. Hope you stick around. Could be a Chapman thing again, trade just for prospects and sign in the offseason. You could. My only concern, Pinstripes, is that I think any team that trades for him will have an agreement set in place to extend them as well. That's going to be my guess. I don't think any team's going to acquire him and give up a haul without coming to some kind of agreement to give him a big extension. I could be wrong. Judge to the White Sox for Aaron Bummer. Oh, Bummer, yeah. Kopech, Moncada, Jake. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, sign me up for that, Tyler. That's a blockbuster of epic proportions. I think they'll probably have to give up Oswaldo Cabrera or something like that with Judge to the White Sox. But God, yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. Like that. That's a beast of a trade, man. Absolute beast of a trade. I think they have a good chance at signing Soto. Yeah, I mean, he's not a free agent until the end of 2024, excuse me. But he'll only be 26. And Yankees will have at that point over $100 million off the book, so they'll be in prime position to get him. Very prime position to get him. So that will be a historic, player for the ages signing. So I like Correa. I love Soto. So. And Boris, yeah, Boris will be all over that too. And don't be surprised if Judge signs with Scott Boris at some point this season either. Just don't be surprised. Not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. Rocco, where's Paul and Michael? Yeah. Not the stars drawing for 85 days. It's more like 50 every 3. Yeah, exactly, Soda. I mean, exactly, big boy. 100%. But I am going to wrap this up. I want to thank you all for coming on. Appreciate the feedback, the support. Ty, keep getting better, man. And I hope to see you all on Saturday. Have a great week. I'll keep putting out the stuff, the updates, and whatever else we get. But the Yankees are winning, man. We're 7-5. Let's keep it going, man. Peace and love, everybody. Over now.